In a small village surrounded by gentle hills, life moved slowly and peacefully. The mornings were cool, and the air smelled sweet with flowers and fresh grass. Birds sang soft songs, and children played quietly near the river. In this calm village lived Sana, a young mother with a kind and gentle heart. She had soft eyes that always seemed full of care. Every day she carried her little child in her arms and worked quietly in the fields. Even when life was hard, her smile remained warm, and her words were always gentle. The villagers admired her quiet strength and the kindness that flowed from her heart. You said one evening, Sana saw Amir, a young father from the village, sitting alone under a big tree. His shoulders were bent, and his eyes looked tired and sad. Sana walked closer and asked gently, Amir, why do you look so worried? He sighed and whispered, My home was damaged in the storm. I have very little food for my children. I don't know how to make things right again. His voice shook and his hands trembled. His heart felt heavy with fear and helplessness. Amir felt lost, as if everything he cared about was slipping away. Sana saw the sadness in his eyes and knew he needed hope and courage to keep going. Sana sat beside Amir and placed a gentle hand on his shoulder. Her voice was soft and warm. Amir, she said, storms can take a lot from us, but they cannot take our hope. Amir looked at her with tired eyes. Let me tell you a small story, Sana continued. When I was a little girl, one year our family lost all the crops in the fields. I was very sad and scared. But my mother said, even when life breaks you, plant one small seed. It can grow into hope. So we planted seeds, one by one, every day. Slowly, green plants grew, and our farm became full again. I learned that pain is never the end if your heart stays strong. Amir listened quietly, feeling a small warmth in his chest. Sana smiled softly and said, Even now you can start again. Take small steps and your heart will find courage. The next morning, Amir took a deep breath and decided to try. He cleaned the small area around his house and repaired what he could. He carried water and helped his children gather the little food they had. Each day, he worked a little and smiled a little, even when he felt tired. He whispered to himself, I will not give up. I will be strong for my family. Slowly, Amir began to feel hope growing inside him. Even though the storm had taken much, he refused to let it take his courage. He started to see that small efforts and positive thoughts could make life better again. Weeks passed, and the village began to feel calm again. The sun shone warmly, and the fields turned green once more. Amir's house was repaired, and he had enough food for his children. One morning, he smiled as he watched his children play near the river. His heart felt light and full of joy. He turned to Sana and said softly, Your words helped me. I did not give up, and now life feels bright again. Sana smiled warmly. Even after the storm, hope had returned. Amir had learned that courage and patience could bring a new beginning. The village seemed brighter, and hearts were full of hope once more. Even when life brings storms, hope and courage can guide us through. Small steps, positive thinking, and kindness can heal heavy hearts. A strong heart can survive any hardship and find new beginnings.